Well, since then, he's hit the top of the charts, he's performed to thousands in stadiums all over the world, and now is taking on his latest challenge, donning the Technicolor Dreamcoat in the stage production of Joseph. Well, the UK tour concludes at Southampton's Mayflower this week, and Joe popped in to see me earlier today to tell me a little bit more about the show and how the tour's been going.
It's been amazing. Like, the reaction to the show has been so positive. The reviews have been fantastic, and I've genuinely I knew I was going to enjoy it, but I kind of didn't think I would enjoy it as much as I have, which is great to leave a tour at the end, because, you know, they're quite grueling, you know, a lot, like any tour that I do, the schedules are normally quite grueling, and it's always wonderful if you leave it at the end and you don't actually want it to end, and that's how I feel. I'm kind of like, oh, I could have a couple of days off and sleep and then do another 8 or 9 weeks, so it's quite sad, but it's been amazing. It's been really positive.
How did you prepare for it? Because as you said, you need a fair bit of stamina to do a musical theatre show, and you're doing 8 shows a week.
10
Is it 10 you're doing?
10 shows a week, yes.
Crikey. 10 shows a week then, and moving from city to city, town to town each week.
Yeah.
How do you get ready for that?
I'm used to it. Like, I've always toured quite extensively, like with me solo stuff.
Yeah.
And I've always done kind of like 4 or 5 shows a week, which is like an hour and a half to a 2-hour show, and it's just me on stage, so it's always quite intense vocally, and you're travelling to each place, so I'm kind of used to it in that sense. But with this, it's kind of, you're in a character, you're running off stage doing changes, you know, all of that kind of stuff is not, you know, I do changes in my show, but it's very different.
Yes.
It's a very different world to a pop concert, to doing a musical theatre show. It's kind of, I keep fit and I exercise and stuff, but it's one of them things where if you just actually don't think about it, it kind of just happens.
Yeah.
And you just kind of, it's very psychological. You can kind of psych yourself out a bit and go, oh my God, I'm really tired, and before you know it, you get a bug and you're ill. Whereas if you kind of just plough through it and just be like, having a great time, come on, next show, it's a bit like a military operation kind of thing, just like get on with it. And it's been fine. It's been really, you know, everybody's had kind of the odd bug here and there, which happens.
Yeah. And then it goes around the entire company really quickly.
Well, I'm really blatant about it. If somebody's ill, I'm like, don't touch us, don't speak to us, stay away until you've had it for 3 days, and then we'll know you're clear. And they're like, oh my God, you're so horrible. And I'm like, no, but I know what it's like. Once you get a bug on tour, it's so hard to get rid of it, because it's so hard to get back to being just healthy again. Yeah. So I'm like, wash me hand. Hi, nice to see you. Wash me hands.
Cover you in antibacterial gel.
Exactly. It's all backstage. They've got it all round the thing. That if anyone's ill, everyone's like, as soon as they come off stage, washing their hands.
It's like a hospital. 10 shows a week as well, though. Do you ever sort of have that Groundhog Day feeling where you're in the middle of, I don't know, close every door, thinking, I've already done this today. Is it yesterday? Is it tomorrow? Where am I?
Well, we do 3 on a Saturday, and that's when, that's the one where you've really got to be switched on, because you start on a Saturday and everyone's like, oh, it's the last day of the week, like, it's exciting, you know, it's like our Friday. It's the weekend tomorrow, we've got 2 days off, and you're really excited for the first show. You get on for the second one, and it kind of hits you that, oh, this is not like the last show of the day. And then by the third one, your brain starts to go, oh my God, you're nearly finished now, relax. But the other part of your body is like, I've done this before, hang on a minute, I've already done this scene, am I saying the right line? And you really have to concentrate. Like, I kind of lose concentration very easily, so I'm really strict with myself on a Saturday. I'm like, slap yourself, come on, concentrate, it's only the second show. But the lovely thing about this show is that it brings in such a high energy, positive audience that they kind of just carry you through it. They're up on their feet, they're singing along, their faces, as soon as the show, like the curtain goes up and you start singing Any Dream Will Do, the faces just light up, you know, and it kind of just, when that happens, you kind of just forget about everything, and you're like, oh wow, you know, look how happy we're making people, you know, and look how at the end of the show they're up on their feet and they're singing along and clapping and just genuinely having the time of their life. It really gives off that vibe, this show. It's such a positive vibe, so that massively helps as well.
Joe McElderry, who came in to see me earlier today, we chatted for much longer than that about all sorts of stuff. You can hear the full interview here on Drive Time at 6:15 this evening, and it's going to be on the iPlayer afterwards. And if you want to go along and see Joe in Joseph, it's clever that, he's in Southampton at the Mayflower all of this week.